Today we're going to talk about what sports marketing sponsorships are. Is there two sides of a coin? The growing competition in the sporting industry is making getting sports marketing sponsorships harder. Learn how you can secure your sponsor today by understanding the two sides of sponsorships. Since the dawn of time, sports marketing sponsorships have always been a part of the success of brands and athletes. But now that things have become more competitive in the sporting industry, the value and importance of sponsorships for both parties have changed. Hey guys, welcome to Creative. Here we use our passion for the game to change the game. Every week we talk about solutions that can truly change the business of sports. Today, we'll be discussing how to elevate your sports marketing sponsorship opportunities. Revolutionize the game, and don't forget to tackle that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything in the future. So, sponsorships. They have played a crucial role in the success of several brands and athletes. Just take a look at what Michael Jordan and Nike did to their respective careers. And while it seems like not much has changed when it comes to sports marketing sponsorships, the increasingly competitive environment of the sporting industry is affected by it. So in hopes of helping businesses and athletes out, we'll be exploring how you can leverage sports marketing sponsorships to your needs, starting with understanding its importance to both sides of the sponsorships. Depending on who you ask, the value of sports marketing sponsorships may vary. Some businesses might say that it doesn't matter as much as other digital marketing strategies like SEO, web development, paid advertisement. On the other hand, some brands might say that the right sponsorship could lead their business to greatness. And from the perspective of an athlete, sponsorships can either make or break their existing career. Now, why does it matter that both parties understand the value of these sponsorships from the perspective of one another? One common mistake most brands, be it business or an athlete business, make is underestimating the value of sponsorships. When you don't have a clear idea of the value of what you're offering to a potential partner, you don't often make that a good deal that serves both parties well. And not landing on a good deal leads to ruined partnerships. If you want to make better relations with athletes and other businesses, you need to learn how to put yourself in their shoes. Understand why they want sponsorships and what it could do for them. How can they help you, and how can you help them? At the core of everything that makes sports marketing sponsorships a reality, the golden opportunity that it is fruitful partnerships. Whether you're an athlete hoping to work with a business or vice versa, learning how to find a middle ground for both of your needs is key to success. So how do you find that middle ground? Like what we've mentioned earlier, the key to securing lasting sponsorships is knowing how to carve a middle ground for the needs of the parties involved in the deal. And how do you do that? By finding something that you both relate to, like the advantages that sponsorships offer you. Brand awareness is one of the leading reasons why most brands invest in sports marketing sponsorships. Whether you're a personal brand or a corporate brand, free publicity is always a good thing. Brands access new audiences by partnering with that athlete. The athlete may use or wear their products, or they could even talk about them on their social media accounts. That's free exposure. And the same things applies for budding athletes. When a brand offers them a sponsorship, they're being offered exposure to a wider audience beyond the playing fields. Opportunities like these matter to athletes who want to explore other industries once they retire. With more awareness on their side, brands now have the opportunity to widen their reach. Businesses that are yet to connect with audiences outside their target market can now reach out to them. And athletes hoping to expand their following can now do it without worries. When a deal takes into account the needs of both parties, they'll be able to grow almost simultaneously. And this is what fruitful relationships should look like. Your business's reputation matters when building a brand. You need to reinforce a positive reputation for your brand. And while this often takes years to accomplish, sponsorship speeds things by linking the business to another well-known and widely loved brand. This is what happened when Nike first landed their deal with Michael Jordan. During that time, Jordan's career in the NBA was taking off, and on the other hand, the sportswear giant was slowly working their way up in the market. Nike saw a significant increase in sales and overall growth after being associated with Jordan's great performance. They're now seen as the brand that cares about the performance of their athletes. And anyone who wants to invest in clothes that give them the performance of a professional player should stick with Nike. And now that you have access to a wider audience, you're given more room for growth. Businesses can start expanding their range of products and services. On the other hand, athletes can slowly start to branch out of other industries. Just take a look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Though his career was short, Johnson has gone through the various industries in his career, from football to wrestling and now acting. Johnson was able to do this with the help of the right sponsorships. On the other side of the coin, there's Nike. Nike started with just sports shoes, but now the sportswear giant offers everything that an athlete might need, starting from the right shoes down to the right jerseys. And last but not least, there's branding. Building a brand doesn't happen overnight. It takes a painstaking process of positioning yourself in the minds of consumers and developing a great reputation as a company in order to successfully develop a brand. And sponsorships make achieving this much easier. When a brand collaborates with a trusted entity, they get to bask in the positive light that their partners shared with them. As the saying goes, you are the company you keep. Audiences judge you by the people you associate with. Whenever great athletes and well-known brands come together, the positive reception is amplified by their respective supporters coming together. So how do you plant fruitful relationships? Now that we've unearthed a middle ground for both parties, how can they turn sports marketing sponsorships into these fruitful relationships that we've been talking about? Focus on benefits. Whenever they're negotiating sponsorship deals, both parties should focus on the benefits of their partnerships. As we've mentioned earlier, sponsorships should be beneficial for both parties. The balance should never be broken, and both parties should strive to keep it intact. Remember, it's a partnership. They need to find a way of developing a fruitful relationship with one another by learning how to compromise with one another. This is the key to long-lasting business relationships, especially in the sporting industry. So how do you find that right fit? Similarities matter to these partnerships. So if you're planning to find someone to sponsor or hoping to find a sponsor, look for someone that shares the same values as you do. This makes finding a middle ground for your deals easier. And while it's important that you find ways to reach new audiences, this doesn't mean you should stray away from what you are as a brand. Keep in mind that consistency still matters. Furthermore, finding people and organizations that share the same values as you make your brand even more authentic in the eyes of your fan base and your audiences. Look beyond just production and assets. Sponsorship shouldn't be about placing logos and other marketing assets. It should be about engaging different sets of audiences and curating an experience that both of them can enjoy. Understand your sponsors. We've said it earlier and we've said it again. Understanding how sponsorships can benefit the other party matters. Knowing how you can help them and how they can help you puts you into position wherein you can offer better deals with them instead of presenting an unbalanced deal. If built on the right foundations and taken care of, sponsorships can bring wonderful things to both parties. It doesn't matter if you're the sponsor or you're the one being sponsored. Learning how you can help one another will elevate your relations with one another. We hope you guys loved today's video, and if you want to learn more about the great solutions that can truly change the game, don't forget to tackle that subscribe button and that notification bell. Now, this is Zach with Creatitive, where business is our sport.